Hello students, we know that molecular orbitals are formed by combining atomic orbitals of comparable energy and proper symmetry. So using this molecular orbital diagram, we can predict the bond order, bond length and bond energy of the various species. Similarly, the molecular orbital diagram also helps us to find out the magnetic behavior. Magnetic behavior means whether the given species is paramagnetic. Paramagnetic means what? Whether it contains unpaired electrons or diamagnetic. Diamagnetic means the species contain paired electrons or not. So here we have taken some molecules and let us consider the molecular orbital diagram or how to draw the molecular orbital diagram for the following species. So when we are taking oxygen atom, we know that the total number of electrons in oxygen atom is 8. In the case of O2, it becomes 8 plus 8, that is 16. In the case of O2, 2 minus, it is what? Since it is 2 minus, we have to add the electrons. So 16 plus 2, 18. And in this case, O2 plus, since it is plus, that means we have to deduct 1 electron. So from 16, we have to deduct 1 electron, that is 15. We know that for oxygen, how do we write the electronic configuration? It is 1s2, 2s2 and what it is 2p4. So let us consider the molecular orbital diagram. So this is our oxygen atom. This is our oxygen atom. By combining these two, we are getting what? We are getting our O2 molecule. So these representation, these are the atomic orbitals of oxygen atoms. So two oxygen atoms combine forming a O2 molecule. So we have written the configuration. What is that? It is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. So we have to fill it according to what? According to our Hund's rule. Now similarly for the other oxygen atom, what is that? 1s2, 2s2 and what is that? It is 2p4. So here there will be two orbitals. One is the bonding orbital and the next one is the anti-bonding orbitals. So let us see how to fill it. So 2 electrons will be there in the sigma 1s. 2 electrons will be there in the anti-bonding sigma star. Similarly, sigma 2s, sigma star 2s, and since here in the case of oxygen, the number of electron is greater than 16, our molecular orbital configuration sigma 2pz will be written before pi 2px and pi 2py. So here how many electrons are there? 2. So 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 plus 1, 11, 11, 1, 12, 13, 14. Why we are filling like this? Because they are of same energy and thus we have to follow which rule? We have to follow Hund's rule. Now 14, this one is 15 and this one is 16. So the electrons will be filled like this, and for the pi orbitals, the electron will be filled according to which rule? According to our Hund's rule. So we will be getting it as sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, sigma 2pz2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, and this one is pi star 2px and pi star 2py. So how to calculate the bond order? Bond order is given as half the number of bonding orbitals minus number of anti-bonding orbitals. So you can see that in this case, what are the different bonding orbitals? This one is our bonding, this one is bonding, bonding orbital, bonding. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bonding orbitals are there, and in each case how many electrons are there? In each case there are 2 electrons. So it will be half 10 minus how many anti-bonding are there? This one is an anti-bonding, this one is anti-bonding, and these two are anti-bonding. So 2 to 4, 4, 1, 5, 5, 1, 6. So our bond order will be what? Our bond order will be 2 for which? For O2 molecule. Similarly, in the case of O2 2 minus, the number of electron is 18. So what will be the configuration? The molecular orbital configuration will be, now up to this we were getting 16. So it is 16, 17 and 18. So the bond order for the case of O2 2 minus will be what? It will be half. Number of bonding orbital is 10 minus number of anti-bonding orbital is what? It is 8. 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 6, 6 to 8. So 10 minus 8 by 2, the bond order will be what? The bond order will be 1. Again, when it is O2 plus, what is there? 1 electron is detected. So it will be, our molecular orbital configuration can be written in this way. And here you will be having what? You will be having pi star 2px1. So the bond order will be half 10 minus, what is the number of electrons in the antibonding orbital? It is 5. So it is 2.5. The bond order is 2.5. Now we have to see whether it is diamagnetic or paramagnetic. In the case of O2, you can see that, you can see in this case, there are unpaired electrons present. So since unpaired electron is present, the species become what? It is paramagnetic in nature because of the presence of unpaired electron. Whereas in the case of O2 2 minus, you can see that all the molecular orbitals are filled. There is no unpaired electron. So O2 2 minus is what? It is diamagnetic in nature. Similarly, for O2 plus, again there is what? There is an unpaired electron. So again the species becomes what? It becomes paramagnetic in nature. Now one more thing that we have to study is the bond order is inversely proportional to bond length. So greater the bond order, lesser will be the bond length. So in our example for O2 we have got the bond order as 2. For O2 2 minus we have got 1, and for O2 plus the bond order is 2.5. So out of these three, the bond order is greater for what? Greater for O2 plus. Since the bond order is inversely proportional to bond length, that means the species out of these three, the species with smallest bond length will be what? The smallest bond length will be O2 plus. Similarly, bond order is directly proportional to bond dissociation energy. So out of this, which one will be having greater energy? Yes, again, since O2 plus is having the highest bond order, the energy will be also greater in the case of what? Will be greater in the case of O2 plus. Now let us take the case of helium molecule. In the case of helium molecule, what is the configuration? Total number of electrons is 4. So we can write the configuration as sigma 1s2 and sigma star 1s2. So in this case, you can see that the number of bonding electron is 2. Again, the number of electrons in the anti-bonding is 2. So we are getting the bond order as 0. If for a molecule we are getting the bond order as 0, that means what? The molecule does not exist. The atoms do not combine to form that molecule. So that molecule does not exist if the bond order is 0. But if we are asked about the magnetic property, you can see that both the electrons are completely filled. So we can say that there is no unpaired electron, and thus it is what? It is diamagnetic in nature. So helium molecule is diamagnetic in nature if asked about the magnetic property. But since the bond order is 0, we can say that molecule does not exist. Hope these things are clear. Thank you.